Hi, I'm Miss Sabrina, and today I get to show you how to make these really spooky, actually they're pretty cute, ghosts. Now, I'm a special education teacher and I really enjoy doing art with my students, but it's sometimes very difficult to figure out what kind of art activities you find fun that are simple enough for me to prepare and where I have visuals so you can do a lot of it on your own. That's why I made this video and you can follow along with me. Let's get started. The first thing you're gonna need to do is gather all your supplies. For this, you need some air dry clay, a rolling pin, something to hold up your ghost. I'm using the seasoning jar and taping an eggshell to the top. You're gonna also need a paintbrush, some Mod Podge glue, some pretty napkins that you like, and most importantly, saran wrap. Definitely need this. Oh yeah, and also a little tea light. The next step is to take your saran wrap and pull out a little piece to go on your table. It has to be just big enough to cover up your clay. This is super important so your clay doesn't stick to the table. Trust me. After that, you want to repeat this process, but this time put the saran wrap on your little ghost stand. This is also very important if you want your ghost in one piece. Now for the fun part. Take out your clay and grab about a handful of clay. Place it on the table. Oh, don't forget to close the lid. Then you're going to take your rolling pin and hold it with both hands. You're going to put pressure down onto the clay and start moving your hands back and forth, forwards and backwards to help flatten the clay. If it gets stuck, don't worry, just peel it off and keep going. Your goal is to make something that looks a lot like a circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, if you don't have a rolling pin, no problem. You can use your hands to flatten it out as much as possible, because the cool thing is when you turn it over, it's still pretty flat. If you do have a rolling pin, however, it's a good idea to do right before taking your clay off. Once you peel it off, do this very carefully. Then place that clay over your ghost stand, just like this. Then you want to use your hands to shape it. Now your ghost can look however you want it to look. This is when you get to be super creative. There's some cracks in my ghost, so I'm using some water to try and mend those back together. But don't worry, if there's some cracks, it just makes it a little extra spooky when it's dry. The next step is to use something pointy. I'm using the end of my paintbrush to create little holes for the eyes. You can make just eyes or eyes and a mouth. Maybe make a smile or make a spooky face. Whatever you want. It's your ghost. Voila! This next part, you have to wait 24 hours to do. Meanwhile, you can prep your napkins. If you want to decorate your ghost with napkins, you're going to have to tear them into 2 pieces, just like this. And then you want to cut out your designs, whatever you want to use for your ghost. I have pumpkins or flowers to choose from. If cutting's hard, you can also use your hands to rip the designs. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, after your 24-hour wait, your ghost will be dry. Your next step is to take your Mod Podge and pour some onto a tray or a little cup so it's easy access. Then you want to choose where you're going to put your design. Take your paintbrush and paint on the glue straight onto your ghost. You can use a lot so it really sticks well. Then you want to get your design, use your fingers and stick it right on there. Beautiful. You're going to repeat this process. Oh, you can also use your fingers if using a paintbrush is harder or you just like to touch the glue. Repeat the process over the whole ghost. You can put as many or as little designs as you would like. I really like this flower pattern on my ghost. When it's all done, you're going to take another layer of glue and put it all over the entire ghost. This part's kind of fun. Now the glue does make it look really white, but when it dries clear, so you'll still be able to see your pretty design. You're going to let it dry for 1 hour. If you're choosing to use paint instead of the pretty designs, that works too, but I would still mix it with some glue to keep your ghost strong. Thanks for watching and happy ghosting to you!